Next item on our agenda for the monthly meeting is the President's Report. Mrs. Bryson?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Since our last board meeting, board members know that we approved the grants that we have received, and we have received several other grants and gifts that need to be approved, which is a great situation to be in. First off, we had a $10,000 grant from CEFCU. They received a grant from the Federal Home Loan Bank of Chicago, and the CEFCU matched the $7,500 grant that they received with a $2,500 match to provide some relief to nonprofits for the impact of the COVID pandemic on the nonprofit. We also received a $6,000 grant from F&M Bank from the Federal Home Loan Bank, a similar kind of relief for nonprofits. We received a $2,500 grant from the Starbucks Foundation. They gave us a neighborhood grant, and it went to 400 organizations that promote racial equity and create more inclusive communities out of 4,000 submissions. So we were very pleased to receive that particular grant. I'd also like to inform the board that we received early the second installment from the estate of William Rowetter, and that amount was $171,875. We were informed that the final accounting of his estate would take place by May of 2021 after all income tax and estate taxes are paid. I anticipate that that final payment will be much less than the first two payments, but you know, I was wrong about the second payment, so let's hope I'm wrong about that one too. We also received $10,000 from Caterpillar donation, and Associated Bank gave us a grant of $5,000 each to support our programs. And lastly, we received an $80,000 grant from the LISC organization. LISC actually got $14 million from the HUD Section 4 capacity building grant to support community agencies that were impacted by COVID. And they awarded the Urban League $80,000. And the funds can be used for capacity building, for program design, consultants, remote systems, and technology. So we will be looking at all of our technology and networking needs as a result of having to do so much more from a virtual standpoint. And we can use this grant, it's a one-year grant, so we can use that to make sure all of those things are up to standard. So we are just extremely pleased since the September board meeting to have received $280,375. So we would need a motion, Mr. Chairman, to accept those funds.
This is awesome.
I move to accept the funds that we received. This is Jan.
Second that motion. Accept it immediately.
Those are always easy motions, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was on mute there. Thank you.
Don't worry, Chris. We already got the money, man. We're good.
Oh, good. Good. Thank you all. Mrs. Bryson, thank you for that outstanding report, and also want to thank those members of our community who believe in the work that's done here at the Urban League. I want to thank our board members for being ambassadors out telling our story and helping this to occur. Again, do we have the motion on the floor to accept the funds? We have a second. Any further discussion? All right. Then we'll move, I'm sorry. Then we'll move on to the vote. All in favor, please signify by the usual sign.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Nobody opposes cash.
Right.
All right. All right. Let me see here. I think that
Lynn,
covered.
this is Kesia. Can I ask Miss Bryson a question regarding
Sure.
the funds from the, I think it was LISC
List.
for
Yeah.
technology?
Mhm.
Yes, Keisha, please do.
Question: did the 80,000 come in like after we had that the strategy meeting with
Yes,
the professor from Bradley?
it came back. It came in last Friday.
Wow.
Came
So
from the
was that something
last.
you had planned on getting, or
You know what? I had applied for it in May when I was working from home. And
Okay.
Liz contacted me and said that they were applying for this grant and what kind of needs did the Urban League have. And I was explaining that we had gone virtual and working from home and we probably would have some needs. And I applied for like 199,000. And then they contacted me last week and said we were awarded 80,000.
Wow, that's awesome. Open doors, especially after having that
Right.
meeting and then we go virtual. So good news.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, excellent news. And you know, the community has been very generous, although at the same time, the demand continues to grow. So our work is never done. And again, I want to thank Mrs. Bryson for her outstanding work and for her team and for the board members who also work to spread our story, tell our story in the community. Mrs. Bryson?
All right. Well, I thank you. Just had a few comments here. It's been a great year. As this 55th anniversary year comes to a close, I'm really grateful for the support that we have received, not only this year, but over the past 55 years of this organization's existence. The Urban League has been steadfast in its effort to empower those we serve and to build a strong, strong community. From the beginning in 1965, the Urban League has provided the building blocks needed for individuals to improve their lives and become the best that they can be. Frank Campbell, with the support of the board, staff, and volunteers, built the foundation that we stand on today through numerous programs to build for equal opportunity. And from the boardrooms to the union halls to the pool halls, Mr. Campbell was a champion for human rights, minority progress, and fair and equal treatment of all people. Whether it was the summer jobs program to provide job training to youth, or the LEAP program to recruit African Americans to enter the building trades, to the education programs to build the workforce of the future, the programs and services offered the first 30 years of this organization strengthened this community and ensured that all people had a seat at the table. In 1993, when I assumed the presidency of this amazing organization, I had come full circle from being a client in the summer jobs program to college work study employee a few years later in a mentoring program that we had, and then in the accounting department to part-time employee for 10 summers, to board member, vice president of operations, and finally to president and CEO. Not many people can say they have held every role in an organization, but I take pride in that evolution because I have lived firsthand the power and impact of the work that we do. When I accepted the position after one of my mentors, Mr. Frank Campbell, I was committed to continue the hard work and to try to help people in need in any way that I could. The program focus over the years remained always the same: education, employment, and counseling, with a focus of those most in need. And I am really pleased to have been able to build on the foundation that was laid to make the organization stronger by securing large federal and state grants to enhance programs. I started with the visitation, habilitation, foster care recruitment, and parent education grants. Through those, we were able to strengthen services to African American families that were disproportionately in the child welfare system. through the Minority Male Empowerment Program, to the reintegration of ex-offenders, to the Urban Youth Empowerment Program, the League was able to serve returning citizens and juvenile offenders, those most in need, to get back on track and become productive citizens. And through parent engagement grants, computer technology grants, and alternative education programs, our ability to assist youth and adults struggling academically was enhanced. Over the years, through partnerships with elected officials like Representative Jahan Gordon Booth and Senator Dave Kaler, which I'm so pleased both got reelected, we received $350,000 in capital dollars in 2010, and we expect to receive another $500,000 in the current capital bill to maintain building upgrades and the physical campus of the Urban League. Even this year, with the interruptions that we had with COVID, we have been able to garner over $1.2 million in grants and gifts to support our programs and the long-term stability of the organization. And our $215,000 endowment will likely double as we distribute some of the recent gifts that we received this year. I highlight these accomplishments in our 55th year to emphasize the strength and the power that can be achieved when a group of committed individuals work together for the good of others. While I realize there is much more work still to be done, I'm so very thankful for each of you and your support to get us this far. And I hope that you will continue to walk arm in arm with us to help those that we serve. You know, when I first interviewed for this position and was reminded that Mr. Campbell had opened this Urban League and had led it for 28 years, I said, whew, I won't be here for 28 years. No way, no way. But as I complete my 27th year as the CEO of the Tri-County Urban League, I take pride in the work that we have accomplished because I always wanted to leave an organization as strong as or better than the one that I received. And I can tell you today, I feel I have accomplished my goal. And I realize it is time to pass that baton on to the next leader, to continue this journey to empowering our people to be the best that they can be. I am truly grateful to the staff, the board, the volunteers for all of your support over the years. I'm extremely grateful to my family for all of the hours that you gave. You just don't know. Volunteering at the Urban League, spreading mulch. I remember one time, you know I like free stuff. We had a pile of mulch that was taller than me. And I made my husband and my kids work on Saturday with a wheelbarrow and spread that mulch all around the Urban League. I thank them for hanging ceiling tiles, for trimming the bushes, for running copies when I had a grant due, for proofreading, and most importantly, for not having my time because I was working or traveling for the Urban League. I was telling somebody today when my daughter was expecting her first child and I so wanted to be there, I was traveling from New York to Peoria. I called her in Chicago and she said, Mom, he's here. So I missed that as well. Your patience and your love is so appreciated, and I publicly thank Elton, Vaughn, and Asia for walking this journey with me. With that, I want to inform all of you, this will be my last annual meeting of the membership of the Tri-County Urban League as I am announcing my retirement. I am committed to a smooth transition in the coming weeks, and I look forward to welcoming the next president when he or she is selected. Mr. Chairman, that concludes my report.
Oh,
Thank you.
Congratulations.
yes, congratulations.
Well done.
Bryson.
Congratulations. You definitely will be missed.
Yeah,
Oh, yes, so much so missed.
totally.
Aw.
Mr. Chairman, can we make a motion to not let Ms. Bryson retire?
I second it.
I don't
Second
see
and
how family
third.
members on here would
Third.
appreciate that.
We decline your resignation.
Yep.
Oh, Mrs. Bryson, everyone here on the meeting, I'm so happy they were able to join us. Everyone here knows how dedicated you are to the Urban League, to our community, to the people, and we all love you very much. And we just want to congratulate you and thank you for the many, many years of dedicated service. It is
Mr. Chairman, may I have a word?
yes, is that Dr. Worthen?
Yes.
Yes. I just want to say one thing. The first time you met us as the CEO, you said, I'm a lawyer. And I said, yes. And she said, I don't do fundraising. And I said, that's what your job is, fundraising. We don't need a lawyer. We have one. We need a fundraiser. And Lorraine, I must say that you have done an outstanding job for the Urban League.
Thank you.
And I thank you for all that you've done. And I thank Elton for being there by your side. Because I must say, I think he's the best husband in the world.
I agree.
Some of the things he's had to do. And I just say thank you so very much for all your dedication to the Tri-County Urban League.
Thank you.
And I'll miss my traveling buddy.
I know, but we can still travel.
But thank you for your service.
All right.
Thank you, thank you. And I'm truly so pleased because the 50-year awardees, I've had the pleasure of working with each and every one of them. LaCollis was on the board when I got hired, and it's just been a real pleasure to work with all of you. It's a family affair at the Urban League, so I will never leave totally, but I'm committed to a smooth transition and anything that I can do to make that happen. But it's been a part of my life for many years, since I was 14 years old. So I'm very committed to it, and I wish the organization all the best, but we're in a good place. We're in a very good place right now.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Bryson, for all that you've done for the Urban League and the community, and we love you and we appreciate you. We
Thank you.
appreciate
Oh, my goodness, yes.
All
Mr.
right.
Chair, this is Mr. Chair. LaCollis Reed would like to
Is that
say
Mr.
something.
Please do, sir.
I would like to thank you for your hard work, and I can say without a doubt that we haven't missed a step going from Frank to you. I hope the next transition goes equally as well. If it does, we'll still be in good hands. But you've done an excellent job,
Thank
and
you.
we appreciate all of the hard work and dedication that we all know takes to get this done. So we're gonna miss you.
Thank you, LaCollis. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that.
All right. Other comments, please. Tom?
Hi, it's Tom Romanowski.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, we're gonna miss you, Lorraine.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I started on the board when at Lorraine's transition, taking over from Mr. Campbell, and so there was I really had a tremendous opportunity to be able to work with Frank and to work with Lorraine both, and so that was a real, just a fantastic experience for me to work with you all these years. And I'm sorry to see you go, but I know you need some rest. So
Yes.
I'll always remember the time we drove to the regional meetings. So
Yeah. Tom was also my traveling buddy, but most of the time we drove. Thanks, Tom. It's been a pleasure. Really a pleasure.
Thank you, Lorraine.
All right. Other comments before we adjourn today?
Hi, Mr. Chair, this is Sharon Karat.
Yes, Dr. Karat, please.
Yeah, I just wanted to congratulate Lorraine. And the thing is, Lorraine, you look fantastic. So they always say, you know, like Michael Jordan, you leave, you know, at the top. I cannot believe that you're retiring, but I trust that. Obviously, I've always trusted you. You have been an amazing mentor to me. I try to replicate your, you know, your ways and methodology. I worked for Mr. Campbell also, and for you, like Tom. So I'm blessed to have had two of the best mentors ever placed on this earth to continue the work of Peoria Public Schools. But actually, it all started at the Urban League when the district would not hire me as a teacher. The Urban League did. In 1987, worked with Mr. Campbell, brought on Virgil, and a lot of other folks. Then Ms. Bryson came on, and she is definitely the real deal. Very down. I love the grassroots, the advocacy. Urban League is really blessed to have such a person as Ms. Bryson, and hopefully the next person, as Mr. Reed said, will be able to continue down that path to continue and take the agency to the next level. So, but just wanted to thank you, Lorraine, for all that you've done for our community, for you know, the families, the little kid, Kylie, you gave that nice testimonial, and that's what Urban League is all about, you know, trying to help disenfranchised individuals get a fair shake and get an opportunity. And we believed in that mission. You believed in that mission, and you've been good to me for sure in terms of the work, the mission being mission focused, vision focused. And I just wanted to also personally thank you from the bottom of my heart. And all the stuff she said about her family, especially Mr. Bryson. I remember him with the wheelbarrow. I remember him in the daycare center building stuff, building the cupboards.
Yep.
And painting and doing all sorts of things. So it is true. I have witnessed it.
And I have
thank
more
you, Ms.
Taylor
Bryson.
towels to be changed too. So
I love you, Lorraine, and I always will.
Mr. Chairman, may I speak?
All right. Yes, thank you, Dr. Karat. Yes, Diane.
Ms. Bryson, you have been such an inspiration to me, such a blessing to me, to my family. Thank you for supporting me in my position. Thank you and Maxine twisting my arm to get me to become part of Guild president many, many years ago. You're such a mentor and such a wonderful friend. I'll be knocking on your door with pecan pies. Just let me know when you want one.
all righty. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ms. Bryson.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for those comments. Others.
Can I make one? This is Ms. Bryson's daughter. If I can make a
Praise
comment.
her.
I'm a guest in every form, but I will say that
Yes, please do.
as my mother mentioned, the Urban League has been our family. And as her baby girl, I can tell you that the Urban League is probably her favorite child. I think that I've grown up with the Urban League, from Ms. Lilly to Dr. Wortham to Mr. Marshall to Dr. Karat. I mean, Mr. Romanowski. I think you all have seen me at various stages of my life. You all are family, and I thank you for how you rallied behind my mother, and she has just been a jewel, not only in that Urban League family, but certainly in mine. And while you all will miss her, I'm grateful to see her rest. I love her dearly, and she deserves it. And she'll be around, and therefore we'll all probably still be around. And I'm just so grateful to see her finally take the rest that she deserves. Well-deserved, Mom. I love you.
Thank you. I love you too. Thank you.
Thank you for those comments. Other
I'm not
comments.
gonna do the ugly cry.
I do want to say something. This is Doris Lilly. And I just want to say congratulations, Lorraine. Just be sure that I will beat you out the door.
You will. We'll make sure.
But Doris, she won't be coming back like you.
And thank you, Doris, for that commitment to come back and that's the way it works. The Urban League is a family. When there's a need, we fill that need. So, and many of the people that have spoke today started through the Urban League in one way, shape, or form. So that's the way it works. And, you know, I have my former assistant, Kanika, here, helping and volunteering and in tears as well, but that's the way it goes. So it makes me fulfilled to be able to help other people and know that I make a difference. And that's the way that Mr. Campbell trained me. And I just think of all the other mentors that were a part of the Urban League, Dr. Pendleton, you know, Dr. Cornish, you know, Ms. Timms, all of those people, I stand on their shoulders to get to this point. So it just shows you the power of all of us coming together, working for a common good. And I thank God that he put me in this spot at this time to make a difference in other people's lives. So thanks to all of you for your support.
Mr. Chairman, if I could just say this, I have been waiting on this day with Asia and her family for a long time. She gives so, what Ms. Bryson has done for me, my name is Alicia Washington. You'll see Nikki Washington on the screen, because when I was at the Urban League, right, I'm Nikki Washington, right? So I put my childhood name back on the screen, and she was a mentor to me and will be one until I can't call one a mentor anymore. I want people to know this history fact. Ms. Bryson is a trained lawyer. People talk about that. But when she could not go to the different places in the community, many of the other Black female lawyers in Peoria, we stand on your shoulders. You broke ground and everyone was like, did you know Lorraine? I know Lorraine. And you left an indelible mark on the legal community, even while working at the Urban League. And we show pictures of little kids, but I'm a walking image of what the Urban League does. And when a CEO takes a kid in the community by the hand and shows them the world, I hope that we can then pay it forward, as Ms. Bryson says, whatever I've done for you, pay it forward and pour into someone else. And so we toast you today, and we'll continue to do that, because these words that we give today do not do justice to what you've done in the community. And you are a legend. I know you don't think so yet.
Yes.
I know you're a legend, and I'll say that forever. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Judge Washington. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Other comments before we close?
Yes, Mr. President, Mr. Chair.
Yes, yes. Is it Dr. Wortham?
Yes.
Yes, please.
As you know, we will have the end of the year appeal being mailed out to everybody. We did not have any fundraisers this year, but we were able to do well. I'm just asking that as you get your envelope for the end of the year appeal, please remember your love for the Urban League and put a donation that's worth the love that you have in that envelope. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
That's my girl.
That was
Thank you. Thank you.
Short and sweet, Dr. Wortham.
Thank you, Dr. Wortham.
Ms. Bryson, congratulations, and
thank you.
Thank you for all the work you've done in the Peoria area and the Urban League. One of probably your newer board members going on this second, third, but I really appreciate the way you embraced me and kind of supported the community for over 50 plus years. You know, so you're the third. I met Walt first, and then I met George and got a chance to go out of town with George, and I really appreciate the work that your whole family has done here.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And my parents would too.
Thanks. All right. All right. Thanks.
Dr. Wortham, can you make sure that I get an envelope? I'll inbox you my information.
Yes, please. Send me your address and I will make sure you get end of the year appeal letter.
Yes.
And
I'll
I
definitely-
appreciate, I thank you for your contribution in advance.
Of course. It's like a family reunion.
Yes,
And
it is.
congratulations, Ms. Bryson. I didn't work.
All right. Further comments before we break? Again, I want to say thank you, Mrs. Bryson, for your dedication to our community. And again, we all love you and we appreciate the work that you've done. And you made a tremendous impact on our community that will go on for many generations. So with that, I will ask if there's any further business for the board. If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn for today.
I'll make that motion, Gwen Wilson.
All right, thank you, Gwen.
Yvonne Long, second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to adjourn, so we are adjourned. Thank you all for joining us for our annual meeting and for our monthly board meeting. We appreciate you. Happy Thanksgiving, and look forward to hearing from you before the end of the year. Have fun, everybody.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.